All right, am I crazy? Am I crazy to be dumping more money into the crypto markets right now? As everyone knows, crypto markets are getting absolutely crushed. Most people are super scared, they're selling out of their positions, and they're running for the hills. And while everyone else is running away from the crypto market, I keep dumping additional funds into it. So what the heck am I doing? Where am I putting those funds that I'm about to dump back into the market? And am I doing the right thing, or am I making a big mistake? So let's just talk a little bit about why I'm dumping additional funds into the market, and then I'll tell you where I'm personally putting those funds. As you can see on the screen here, this is a chart of Bitcoin for the last several years. I got into cryptocurrency in late 2016. I bought my first Bitcoin. I really just bought one Bitcoin for $600. So it would have been right around here, and it was 600 and probably 30 or something. I'll go back and I'll have to look at the transactions, but I did buy right in here. So it was probably late summer of 2016. Once I bought Bitcoin, I got the taste. Then I bought some Ethereum next, of course, and then Litecoin next, and then it just went from there. I was buying Ethereum and Litecoin in here for super cheap. I sold out of a bunch of my positions once I had doubled up, realized I made a mistake, bought back in before here, and then made a bunch of money on this upswing. So I cashed out a big chunk of my positions at the top. I don't know why I called it the top. I just felt things were getting a little bit frothy, but honestly, it was probably dumb luck. So made a little bit of money. Once this dip came here, I reinvested some of that money. I held some, but I reinvested some of that money down in here in a bunch of different altcoins. And then over the next year, 18 months, most of that stuff went to zero. A few of them did fairly decent. I did sell out of some of those positions that I thought weren't coming back. And I regret it because some of those positions did end up coming back. So as you can see on the chart here, this is about the last year. We peaked in November, and then since then, it's pretty much been straight downhill. So we peaked up here, what was it, 69? This says 64, but I think we hit 69. And then it's just tumbled all the way down to 16,841 is what it's currently at, but I think we got another pullback that's coming here. I think we're due to retest like 15.6, and I think if we continue to get bad news, I think we're gonna drop down and see a lower low, and that might be in the 12 or 13,000 range, but we'll see. So why the heck would I be buying cryptocurrency now while everything's down? And for me, it's just experience. I vividly remember this downturn right here. And I vividly remember not wanting to get into any crypto. At the peak of 2017, Bitcoin tapped like 20,000. I don't know why these numbers are lower, but it tapped 20,000, and then it made it all the way down to about 3,500. So everyone was saying Bitcoin's dead, Ethereum's dead, crypto in general is dead. And because for me, this was my first major bear market, I didn't know a tremendous amount about crypto. I had been purchasing it. I read a bunch of articles. I was trading on a couple different exchanges, but by no means was I an expert. And so when every news article in the world basically was saying that crypto's dead and it's not going to come back, down here in the depths of the bear market, I sort of believed it. I thought a lot of the tokens that I had were going to end up being worthless. Then what happened? Bear market for a couple years. We saw a little spike, a little fake out, pullback, and then 2020 happened and we went parabolic. Bitcoin was down here at 10, 11,000. We skyrocketed all the way, like I said, to closer to 69,000 at the peak. If I had held some of my positions down here, or if I had held my original positions that I purchased down here, for instance, the Bitcoin that I bought for $600, if I had held that through the bull run here, down through the bear market and then back to the top, my $600 Bitcoin would have ended up being worth, of course, like 69,000. I could have scaled out a part of the position and held a moon bag, made a tremendous amount of money, but I didn't. I was too afraid of the bear market, and I didn't do a good job of accumulating during the bear market. I did buy some in here, did make some money off of this volatility, but in general, if I just would have held my initial tokens, it probably would have been worth a couple $1 million. But hindsight's 2020, so of course I can't go back and change that. But what I do know is that markets come in cycles. So during this next cycle, I'm actually going to be ready this time. So I'm not afraid of this bear market, even if we have 2 years of a bear market before we see the next spike. I do think that next spike will happen, and if I accumulate over this next couple years, I'm gonna set myself up to make a tremendous amount of money. So that's why I'm buying. But let's talk about what I'm buying, and I'll just run through my positions real quick. Before I forget, subscribers have been slowing down, and that's for a couple obvious reasons. One, it's the holidays, so I don't think there's quite as much activity on YouTube. And the second is we're in a brutal bear market right now. So I don't think a lot of people are searching up crypto-related topics and want to learn about DeFi. But if you're one of those that is, and you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider giving me a follow. All right, quick run through of my positions. Let's just jump over to Furio real quick. Furio's still paying me I'm up to 14,551 tokens in the vault. I now have gotten myself into a position where I have ROI'd. So that's looking solid. My drip account is up to 15,865, which is putting me in pretty good shape, and I should max that wallet out in mid-February. Next up, Animal Farm is still rocking, still looking really good, 135 million, which is down, I think, about 28 million from the top, but we've seen a massive reduction in prices since then in basically all assets. So Bitcoin took a big drop from the peak, Ethereum, BNB's down, pig's price took a hit, dogs, etc. So obviously that's going to lower the TVL when those prices lower. So when I started dumping money into the Animal Farm, I had a couple of goals by the end of the year. I wanted to get to 60 pigs in the pig pen, and I recently just got some more money in the bank. People have started paying my invoices. I will say that I was going to make quite a few more purchases today, but I'm super frustrated with the bank because they're holding a bunch of my funds and they're only releasing a small amount per day. And that's just another reason I really truly want to debank. If you haven't seen Driptopian's content on debanking, getting money out of traditional banks, and using the crypto market and yield farms and all that to generate a higher interest but still be fairly liquid, definitely go check it out, because that's exactly what I want to try to do. It's just insanity that I have money in the bank, and if I want to spend $5,000 or $10,000, I can't because I'm restricted to a certain dollar amount per day. It's just crazy. So anyway, I digress. I wanted to hit 60 pigs. I'm basically at 80. So that gets me in a good position. I know the pig pen injections are going to happen, I believe, on Thursday. So that'll give me a little boost. My next goal, of course, is going to be to get this to 100 so I can be in the 100 pigs club. Next goal is in the dog pound. I wanted to try to get 50 dogs in here. I wanted 25 in the auto compounding pool and 25 in the linear pool. And as you can see, I've got 25 in each. So some of these dogs I farmed, but for the most part, I purchased these. But I don't think I'm going to be buying any additional dogs. I think at some point the tax reduction is going to get to a point where people are going to sell. I think this dog's price is going to drop, and at that point I may pick some up. But for the time being, I'm just going to use the pools and the farms to earn my dogs. I might as well. And how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to APR hunt in the farms and pools. So the farms right now I'm only making $3.50. The pools $7.83, so what, like $11 or something like that. That's really not too much. I do have some additional money to build to put in here, so whenever my bank releases it, I'll drop it in here and I should be able to earn some more. So what I'm trying to do over the next couple days is get this up to $50 a day. Now $50 a day is my first goal. What does that work out to on a calculator? $50 a day is 18,250. That'll be my next initial goal. And by the end of Q1, I'll definitely try to double that. So what's that? $100 a day, obviously 36,500. That's a pretty good side income, not including the pig pen, not including what I'm making from drip or the piggy bank or even the drip garden. Drip garden, I've hit my goal. I'm up to 62 million plants. My goal by the end of the year was 60 million, but obviously I'm way above that. So I'm going to keep compounding this thing, maybe do some additional DCA, but obviously I just want to continue growing this. I want my percentage of the total contract to be as high as possible. And when Forex releases the next round of utility, whether it's Scratchy or Layer 2 or the Drip UI or whatever actually makes an impact on the drip price, then my drip garden payouts will be really, really solid. So my money's trickling in, right? So where I'm spending my money right now, I really wanted to have a bigger stake in the pig pen, so I threw that in there. Like I said, in the dog pound, I want to get some additional dogs, but I'd rather farm them, and there's two reasons for that. One, like I said, if I buy them right now, I think the price is actually going to go down here soon once the selling starts, so I could get them later at a cheaper price. The second one is asset prices are down right now. Bitcoin's down, BNB's down. Ethereum's down, Cake's down, everything is down. So why would I not take the opportunity to buy some of those assets now while I think they're really undervalued? And then when the price goes back up, I'll get to capitalize on all those gains. But in the meantime, while it's sitting, whether it sits for the next 2 weeks or the next 6 months or the next year, they'll be sitting in my account on the animal farm, earning me a yield in the form of dogs, of course. Then I can take those dogs, I can stuff over in the dog pound. I can either put them in the auto compounder and earn additional pigs, which in turn will pay me out more BUSD, or I can put it in a linear pool, which will pay me out in BNB, which I'm loving. I want to build that position up because I never want to have to transfer money in for gas fees. Right now, everything's looking good. I've only got 25 in there. Let's go back to the dog pound. Right now, I've just got $4.43 sitting in there, but if I double or triple my dogs balance, that'll start producing more. So I'm pretty close to a point where the dogs in my linear pool will help me pay for all the gas fees I need. So I'm excited about that. So back to the pools real quick. Like I said, all assets are down. BNB is down. So purchasing it now, in my opinion, is a good idea because I think I'm gonna get a minimum 2x out of BNB. And in addition to that, I can earn 142% APR in the meantime while it's sitting here. BUSD obviously is a stable coin. It's tied to the dollar, so it's never gonna go up or down. But if I wanted to take all my money out of the bank, which is earning me basically nothing, and I don't have access to when I need it, and put it in here, I can get 90% APR. Then of course you've got Ethereum, which I'm really bullish on. So you can buy ETH. ETH I think is an easy 4x. So you're gonna get those gains, and in addition to that, you're gonna get 100% APR just for staking it in here. Same thing with Cake. I think Cake is an easy 4 or 5x, currently 200% APR. And the Bitcoin, if you're a Bitcoin lover, I think Bitcoin over the next little bit is an easy 5x, probably more, but it's also gonna earn you 88% APR. So what am I doing with my money? Well, first you guys saw that I already purchased an additional 23 pigs for the pig pen. Next, what I'm gonna do when the next round of my funds hit is I'm gonna get another 4 or 5 grand into the farms and pools. I'm gonna build up my positions in blue chip crypto that I think is extremely undervalued right now. And I'm gonna wait it out until the next bull run. But in between that time, I'm gonna make a bunch of dogs and I'm gonna put it over in my dog pound so I can earn pigs and BNB. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump over here to Drip. I purchased another 101 fresh tokens off the market to deposit into my balance so I can get up to 16K today. So let's deposit those real quick. Let me hit the ledger. All right, gotta support the Drip tax vault by purchasing fresh Drip off the market. The other thing I wanna do is stuff the res. So most of you guys have seen or heard my videos where I'm referencing the Stuff the Res competition. Basically, if you put half a BNB into the reservoir to help support the Drip floor price and add additional liquidity, then you will get entered into a drawing to possibly win 1,000 Drip, which would be amazing. Obviously, I have a lot of Drip. I want the price to go up. So for me, it's a no-brainer to buy more, also put money in the reservoir. And then if I get real lucky, I'll win the 1,000 Drip. So let's go put half a BNB into the reservoir real quick. Let's go 0.5. All right, buy successful, so that's in there. So we've supported the reservoir, we've supported the faucet. I got money in the pig pen, money in the dog pound, and of course I'm adding additional funds to the farms and pools. Now, exactly what I'm gonna choose, I'm not sure. I'm gonna APR hunt once the money gets in here. But the important thing that you should remember is, since I believe these assets are undervalued, almost all of them in crypto right now, in my opinion, there's really no way to go wrong here. I am currently a little scared of USDT, so I'm staying away from that one. But other than that, almost every one of these looks good. So again, we're in this super crappy bear market stage right here. But I think in the future, might be 6 months, might be a year, might be 18 months, but we're gonna see another parabolic run up like this in cryptocurrency. And if you've chosen the right ones and you're holding the right assets, you're putting yourself in a position to gain some major, major wealth in the next bull run. All right, that's what I'm doing with my money. That's what I'm doing in the crypto space right now. Starting in January, I'm gonna make some additional plays. But of course, I'm not, for those of you guys who have listened for this long, I'm not gonna let you go without a little Christmas airdrop competition. So let's do 50 Drip. I'll give it away at the end of the week. Let's do 2 airdrops of 25 apiece. That way 2 people get a real nice lump sum. And here's how to enter. Comment down below what your favorite Christmas movie is. If you don't celebrate Christmas, just put whatever your favorite holiday movie is. And if you wanna double your entry, put in quotes your favorite line in that movie. On Friday, when I do the airdrop, I'll do it on video, obviously, and I will tell you what my favorite Christmas movie is, and I'll drop a line from the movie as well. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Let me know what you're investing in. Times are tough in the bear market right now, so it seems like kind of a risky time to get in. But from my experience, right, I've gone through this last couple major moves in the crypto market. Now is the perfect time to double down on the assets you feel most comfortable with. So let me know what plays you're making. Happy investing.